Hi, boys and girls. So for Right to Read Week, I am going to be reading one of my favorite stories. It is called Very Inappropriate Word, and it is by Jim Tobin, and it is illustrated by Dave Coverley. And why I chose this book? Well, I know a lot of us are spending a little more time at home, and with that, we might hear an older brother or an older sister, or sometimes even mom and dad may have their slip up, and sometimes that it just happens that we might hear some bad words that we're not supposed to hear. And sometimes it's okay for grown-ups to be using those words, but kids, maybe not so much. So this is a story that's kind of silly, but it also has a good lesson. And it is about a student who he accidentally uses one of these words that he learns from someone. So we're going to find out what happens when he says the very inappropriate word. The Very Inappropriate Word by Jim Tobin, illustrated by Dave Coverley. Michael collected words. He found lots of words on signs, pizzeria, and a few on TV, sudsy. He picked up a few new words at practice, slugger, and downtown, scram. And even in school, where Mrs. Dixon gave the kids one new spelling word every day. Spokes. He especially liked little words for big things, vast, and big words for little things, smithereens, and easy words for hard things, brick, and hard words for soft things, elastic. Every night he took all his words home and put them in a box under his bed. But one morning on the bus, Michael picked up a word he had never heard before. They show it right there. That's the bad word. When everybody was off the bus, Michael's sister said, "Michael, that is a very inappropriate word." "What does inappropriate mean?" Michael asked his friend. "Bad," whispered his friend. So Michael hid the word in his pocket. That afternoon, Michael heard the word at the park and on the radio and even in the basement where his mom was trying to fix the toilet. "Dear," said his dad, "don't you think that's an inappropriate word?" Michael could see that there was something kind of bad about it, but there was also something about it that he kind of liked. So the next day at recess, he showed the word to his friends. "It's bad," he whispered. Scott tried the word out loud. Sharon tried it louder. Then Michael yelled it at the top of his lungs. "Michael!" said the recess supervisor. "That is a very inappropriate word." You might be in some serious trouble. By lunchtime, a few other people were saying the word. Then, in class, it seemed like everybody was saying it. "Class," said Mrs. Dixon, "where did that word come from?" "Michael!" I see, said Mrs. Dixon. Michael, please see me after school. Bring! The bell rang. Michael, said Mrs. Dixon. Michael, Michael, Michael. I need a little help in the library. He gulped. I'm running out of spelling words, said Mrs. Dixon. Could you dig up a few new ones? I'll try, said Michael. Michael found words underwater, like snorkel, words in the sky, nimbus, words underground, lava, words that spy, sleuth, words that fight, quarrel and quibble, words that sing, vibrato, words for doing crazy things, shenanigans, sick words, trick words, loud words, slick words, words for nasty, words for fast, and old words that new words surpassed. Words that crackle in your head, words that won't get out of bed, words that are solid, words that are square, words that you have to handle with care, words stuck together, words cut in half, words to make a baby laugh, words that stink, words that soar, and words that you can't get out the door. Michael dug up new words for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Then Mrs. Dixon said, "Thank you, Michael. That's enough for today." "Okay, Mrs. D," said Michael, "but is it all right if I take a few of these words home with me?" "Sure," said Mrs. D. All Michael's new words. I like how it shows the words, kind of like it's an object, but really he just has those words up in his brain. Michael had so many words that he lost track of the very inappropriate word. So, of course, somebody else picked it up. It's Puppy. There's some of his new words, and that is the end. So what I really like about this book is how it kind of shows that Michael likes to find a lot of new words and kind of improve his vocabulary, but sometimes you find words that maybe we're not supposed to be using. And some of those words might only be for grown-ups or adults. So it's okay to learn a lot of new words, but just want to make sure that you learn what they are and make sure that we're not saying anything that we're not supposed to be. So I hope you enjoyed one of my favorite stories, The Very Inappropriate Word. And just remember that maybe if you are hearing some bad words, it happens time and time again from grown-ups, but make sure that you, my friends of West Boulevard, are not using those words. Those words are not for kids. So I hope that you enjoyed my story, and hope to see everyone very soon. All right? Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for listening.